Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
In recognition of our nation's independence, we're celebrating the journey to 50 with an exclusive car insurance offer. If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Excuse me, miss. What's that ding-ding noise?
Oh, that's customers collecting points from a frequent shopper program.
Okay.
Each time you shop with your frequent shopper card, you earn points, which can be redeemed for future discounts on purchases. Seems like you don't have one.
Nope.
You can sign up today and start collecting your points.
Your daily reward from the Quartz Ready Cash Money Tree. Every customer is a winner with every loan of $3,000 or more from Quartz Ready Cash. Plus, you get to enter to win a weekend for two at Sandals. No deposit, no collateral needed. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash location today or apply online at www.quartz.com. Get more for 2024 with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Conditions apply. We have to say hello and welcome to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of Grenada, of the Caribbean, that is Grenada. Now let me tell you what we have. We have ladies for the men. And of course, we have men for the women. If you're looking to settle along with somebody with great values and you're from abroad, Grenada is the right place. If you're looking for sand, sea and sun, we got that too. You understand what I'm saying? We've got it all, man. So this is the place, Grenada. So visit us. Visit us in this paradise. Come on, sing with me. Pacific. Come on, guys. We got seafoods. Anyway, we've got news for you. Quite a bit of things happened over the week. Listen, we had accidents like crazy over the weekend. Like, what's going on? We had quite a bit of accidents. We had quite a bit of fires. Yeah, boy. Sorry for the fire department, boy. Today we heard from the National Water and Sewerage Authority. I think that will be one of the major stories that we'll be bringing to you tonight. Spice Smash, they had their media launch as well. Q&A James, he started his 2024 season with a bang. And of course, we have a little more things to tell you about on the business, so brace yourself. This is Mikey Live, news discussed, not told. We don't have a horse in the race. We tell you as it is. First time viewers on the program, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. And to those of you who are always here, we call you the usual suspects. We say hello to you as well. We are happy that you're here with us. Brace yourself for some news. We got to let you know that the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel Nawasa, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors, Infinite Contractors. We've got the Big Insurance. All the other. Listen, once you want people to know about your business, you can waste your money and go elsewhere if you have money to waste. But if you want people to know about your business and get value for your advertising dollar, then it's got to be Mikey Live. Alright, so folks, we're coming back in a minute. And of course, when we come back, it's going to be real news in Ole Lili Lolo. Don't forget, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel, and that lucky person might just be you. Brace yourself. We shall be back.
Pick your daily reward from the Quartz Ready Cash Money Tree. Every customer is a winner with every loan of $3,000 or more from Quartz Ready Cash. Plus, you get to enter to win a weekend for two at Sandals. No deposit, no collateral needed. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash location today or apply online at www.quartz.com. Get more for 2024 with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
See this? This is water. Essential, irreplaceable. An average person uses 35 gallons of water daily, but sometimes we take it for granted. But what if, like during a hurricane, this faucet runs dry? That's why every household needs a water storage system. Imagine 3 days worth of water supply, always ready for emergency. And when you run low, nature's got your back. You can capture rainwater for use. And that's how you use nature's gift in a smart, sustainable way. So when service gets interrupted, you're not. Until our next flash of Nawasa wisdom, know your household needs and store a minimum of 3 days water supply. Stay water wise and see you next time.
This advertisement is in a series showcasing Nawasa's operations. Stay tuned for more in-depth insights into our services and initiatives.
Well, the reality is, if you don't have a water supply, like a storage system right now, your mainstream water supply is likely to be interrupted during this dry spell that we are experiencing. If you don't have a water tank, well, grab or smoke your pipe. You know what I mean? Every household should at least own a water tank. No excuses. 0 excuses. Every household, because the water is so important. And we will tell you why this should be more important to you now than ever. This is not an ad. We are experiencing drought-like conditions. That is not stopping, but we will talk to you more about that in a while. We are hearing first off tonight from the Royal Grenada Police Force. They are saying that we reported that one individual, Cheyenne Charles, was missing of Granans Valley. According to police, Cheyenne was located today and was reunited with her family. And the police say that they'd like to thank the general public for your continued support and assistance when it comes to, organizing the business. So, I mean, it's news. We had to tell you about it, but I find that we're talking a lot these days about it. But anyway, over the weekend, we saw a statement that came out from the clergy of the Diocese of St. George's in Grenada. The clergy of the Diocese of St. George's in Grenada are saddened and concerned by the situation that has arisen in our diocese. We are also deeply concerned for our brother, Father Gerard Paul, and appeal to him to listen to the voice of reason. We welcome the statement of the Metropolitan Archbishop Gabriel Mazzari and pray for a speedy resolution that will result in fraternal peace, reaffirming our obedience and respect for Bishop Most Reverend Clyde Harvey, that's Clyde Martin Harvey. We commend our diocese to the intercession of Mary, Mother of the Church. Signed, Father Sean Doggett, Father Carl Haynes, Father Corfrey, Emmanuel, and the whole list of them. 17 of them around the island. You understand? To show their support and da. So Father Gerard Paul seems to be in the wilderness. He seems to be on our side by himself. Despite the suspension that currently exists, I follow his church. I've been doing that for a while, even before this. I remember promising Father Paul. I said, Father Paul, I see that you're consistently going online with a phone and things. So that means you're trying. The church is trying. So what I promise you guys is, in the future, you will have a proper live stream set up for your church. I make the promise. They say they'll make promise you can't keep it. I meant to keep it, but I don't know what's going to happen with the church and anything, because they suspended Father Paul. But on Sunday, I watched the service. Father Paul presided, if for want of a better word, over the service as normal. I find I see the door locking me back. It could be me just being a little overly, thing. But I find I see the door lock. So, I don't know, but behind closed doors, you will hear about it. You know that song? But behind closed doors, Father Paul still have his session. He don't care about no one. He doing his thing. Leave Father Paul alone. His congregation is saying, pam, 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 pam. Some Grenadians not happy with he. They say he should listen or send in his resignation. I will leave that one before they come for me. So the thing is not stopping. Father Paul has his faction. The bishop has his faction. Well, it has become a thing. And I don't think really it is. I don't think it's a thing between the bishop and Father. I don't think so. But some seem to believe that this is some personal rift between the two. I don't think so. I would hate to be brought into something like that, I don't think so. I don't think it's a personal thing between them two. Nah, man. And then I saw a very misleading story coming out of Trinidad and Tobago that made it seem like the bishop resigned owing to what is happening now. But y'all, stop that, okay? Stop it. This whole resignation thing was there since before this whole thing started. So I don't know how the media in Trinidad got it wrong. But anyway, let's leave that talk right there. And then I saw it infiltrated into Grenada, saying that the bishop resigned over this whole thing. Nonsense. Anyway, let's move. Let's hope that the whole thing sort out itself. I know Father Paul, I'm a dog, I know the bishop, I had my issues with the bishop. But it's nothing personal, Right is right and wrong is wrong. On any side. You understand? So, anyway, lady that talk, Anyway, lady that one. My thing with the bishop was when it was during COVID. It wasn't personal. It was just during COVID. There was a home, I think was the Hilarion home, where a lot of people, loved ones, died. According to law, those who are responsible for the church, the whole thing, they owe these people a duty of care. The people who are residents of those homes, you owe them legally a duty of care. All right, that is why they are there. This is the only reason why they are there. They are put in there to be cared for. You understand? And if they die in your hands, and if you are responsible, you need to show that level of responsibility. And I just think that this thing just come and go like it never happened. That was my problem. My problem is that I don't know nobody who died personally. My grief is what it was my family or somebody in high society family who died, the story was going to be different. And then right after that, you had a man who walked right out of the home, disappeared in thin air. Like it never happened. Yeah, they put out like a statement and blah, 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 like it never happened. I have a serious gripe. How would the bishop? Whoever is responsible, and if it falls under your portfolio, if it falls under your care, then I need to see you doing all that you can to be sympathetic with the families. Not only that, I need to know everything that you would have done to prevent that from happening again. And I need to know most of all that you had held people accountable for that. As far as I know, it's life like normal. Let me read that thought. So that's my gripe. But who am I? So they come out to the statement and they had a ting. Now today was a different day for some drivers because the word came out that the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, they are accommodating the upgrade of your driver's license. So they flock up the place, boy. Effective today, you will remember today's date, the 29th of April 2024, persons licensed to drive a motor vehicle within the state of Grenada, you can have your license upgraded to a D-class driver's license without having to go over and do the thing, without having to do a whole driving exam again. Yeah, so if you had a B-class, you upgraded to a D-class just so. Well, kinda. Such upgrade may be granted provided the applicant meets all of the following requirements. I'll talk to all about the business. Hold on, take all the time. Don't push me, no man. Why is that one by ya? 1. You must be the holder of a B, C, or C1 driver's license. 2. You have been the holder of such B, C, or C1 driver's license no less than 5 years. You understand? No less than 5 years. 3. Produce a medical certificate that he or she is fit to drive a motor vehicle. Well, there might be some talks about that because by virtue of already having a driver's license, it's already required for you to show that you're fit for you to obtain a driver's license. So the fact that you obtain a driver's license already, I don't know that it is necessary for you to provide because you already have a license. You understand? So maybe they'll take a look at that one. 4, you pay your license upgrade fee of $30. So people are wrong with the $30. I have to pay $30. But hold on, I'll go tell you, just don't take all the time with me. So you pay the upgrade fee of $30 and you must pay the relevant fees for the D-class license. So that means you pay your 30 plus the D-class cost. Whatever that cost is, 150, 125 or something, so I can't remember. You understand? So that's it, and that is a recurring cost. Not the 30, but the D-class, no, because you're no longer the whole of a C-class, you're the whole of a D-class. So if you used to pay $100 and you pay the upgrade fee, the 30, then you pay the class cost, then every year you will have to pay the new class cost, which is reasonable. You understand? So here's it now. Drivers who wishing to take advantage of this upgrade, you are required to complete and submit an application form. This form may be accessed through the finance.gd website, the other certified this somebody, or physically at the traffic department. There will be a processing period of at least 3 working days, following which an approval notice will be given to successful applicants. Okay, the driver's license upgrade exercise is being conducted pursuant to the passing of the Road Traffic Amendment Act number 1 of 2024 and the Road Traffic Extension of Driving License Class Order SRO number 7 of 2024. Let me say this. This is law. Let me repeat, this is law. In other words, this is not something that is for a period. This is now the thing. So you don't have to rush and flock them people, please, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, because this is law. It is going to be there until, who knows, if somebody decides they ain't working or they can't drive the class and they repeal the law or whatever. But as it stands now, this is law, not a promotion. Okay, good. Right, so how are we looking? The next thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, Kirani. Again, I take a screenshot, you know, we don't want to play you the video of the race because we don't want to be in breach of any copyright laws for the producers of the show, of the race and thing. But anyway, Kirani ain't playing that way. He had his season opener. You understand? And listen, Kirani don't play with them, bye. You understand? The 400 meter at the USAFT Bermuda Grand Prix. 46 seconds flat. You understand? They say Kirani running like if he's still in the teens. You understand? They say the man young, fresh and green. You understand? Had so many challenges. It was the anniversary of the death. No, it was his mother's birthday. It was going to be his mother's birthday, I think. Was it? Yeah. Something to the sort. His coach died. His mom died. You understand? He had all of that to deal with. And the man running like if he's 19. Big up Kirani, never disappoint. Even when you don't win, you don't disappoint. You understand? So anyway, he started the season at 46 seconds flat. So that is good. A mile. In there, win by a mile. Oh, Lord. Anyway, we moving. Only boy, there was accidents like mad over the weekend. I think there's a man by the name of Rennie is his name, I think. Rennie Thomas. His best friend, a woman who claims to be his favorite. I want a best friend, so, you know. Because, let me see if I see it for you. Let me see if I didn't prepare that particular picture for you, but, you know, it's news. Let me show you the picture. Right? She said that she best friend, Papa. So, there was an accident on Saturday. Was it Saturday? By these days on him. The days on him just moving. And one man seriously injured in Wester Hall. That's by the right by the gas station there. Not gas station. How do you call the thing again? By the, you know, by the supermarket. You look at that. Let me show you the picture. By the supermarket, boy. You know, person hit them people barbecue stand and things like that. You understand? And then they hit the man. You understand? Dread situation. It was a tough one, boy. You know, they say, well, he would not make it. The last time I checked, he was still alive. You understand? But I mean, it was a hard one for the people in the area who witnessed this incident, and you know, and was recounting what it was to the police. You understand? We had several accidents on the weekend, serious ones. You understand? Serious ones. Luckily, there's not been any reports of any road fatality or anything like that coming out of the accidents that occurred on the weekend. So that in itself is good. That in itself is good. But you have a lot of craziness happening on the road, boy. All kind of madness, boy, happening on them people on the government road. You know, so look, barbecue stand getting knocked out. You understand? Barbecue stand getting lick up and thing. Luckily, for now, we have heard of no fatalities coming out of those accidents that happened between Friday and today. Bus overturned today. There's another car that was in a crash over the weekend again. You know, so quite a few accidents took place. Now, this lady here, I say, what, miss? You win. I don't know her name, but what she said is the victim of this accident is her best friend. So she stayed there with him. She assisted him, because on the ground it was real hot. The pitch was hot, and he was lying there. He was bleeding, and so she was talking him through it. She covered him and helped keep him cool until the ambulance and so on arrived. And she gave his name as Renee Thomas. So I cannot say that as a fact that this is his name. So I'm saying this is the name she gave us for the person who was victim to this accident here at Wester Hall. And she has to also be commended. You will want a friend too. You understand? You will want a friend who's going to stick it out with you no matter what. Yeah, so kudos to you. Yeah. So there were a lot of accidents that took place on the weekend and fires. The fire department, I think it's time for us to have another program because there are so many fires. Fires. One of the good things coming out of those fires, in some cases, residents are getting to come together for the first time in a long time for one common cause. Unfortunately, it's a fire. But you would hear stories from people about how villagers and villages come together to put out fires. I saw that there was one up in Hope the other day, and was it yesterday? Listen, days and running again, keep track. And I saw somebody, I believe, I saw him preach one time, so it might be a pastor, I don't know, joined into the firefighting efforts, and that man, I say, pass, you a boss. And I said, I'm a bit bush like, yo, listen, man, I'm a bit bush. And other residents come from the river and so on and help to control this fire until the authorities arrived. I have to tell you that it is important to not set fires this time of the year. In fact, the police, they will charge you if you find yourself in breach. There's no reason that you should burn right now. The bush is dry. Put the bush somewhere, It's going to rot. It's going to become manual. You didn't teach you that in school? So you don't want to be burning all day, being in the bush. And, so the police, they are very serious about this right now. In fact, we received a correspondence from the ministry. It says that in a significant move to address environmental concerns and promote public health and safety, the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources, in conjunction with the Royal Grenada Police Force Department, announces the cessation of issuing license for burning with immediate effect. Nobody should be approaching the police to burn for no reason. This initiative, they say, aims to safeguard the well-being of residents and ecosystem and reduce air pollution. All right. Now, according to this dispatch here, it says here that burning, a widespread practice in many areas, contributes significantly to air pollution, emitting harmful pollutants such as carbon monoxide and volatile organic compounds. Now, these pollutants pose serious health risks, including respiratory disease, cardiovascular issues, and exacerbation of existing conditions such as the asthma that some people may experience. In addition, due to these current dry weather conditions, fires pose a direct threat to residents and households. By ceasing the issuance of burning licenses, the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources, they are taking a proactive stance to protect public health and the environment. Now, the decision aligns with the broader efforts to transition towards sustainable practices and reduce carbon emissions. The ministry encourages residents to explore alternative waste management methods such as composting and recycling to responsibly dispose of organic materials. By embracing sustainable practices, we can create a more resilient and vibrant community for further generations or for future generations, and a more sustainable future for all, they are saying. So here they are putting this out. So nobody should be approaching the ministry nor the police for burning permits. Residents, you are therefore urged to adhere to this regulation, they say, and you are reminded that burning should only take place with permission from the Ministry of Agriculture which they are not giving. Please be reminded as well that permission of burning permits, permission or burning permits would not be granted until further notice. For more information on the cessation of burning licenses and sustainable waste management, please contact the Ministry of Agriculture, or you can also call the Royal Grenada Police Force. You can call the fire department and you could talk to them about the business. So on one side we have the fires, on the other side we have the issue now with the water. Major issue with the water. Let me take this off my screen. Good. So today we heard from the National Water and Sewage Authority, NAWASA, and they were talking about the current environment that we have found ourselves in. That is, we ain't getting no rain. NAWASA don't make water, they manage the distribution of the water that they treat. Of course, from rainwater, 90% of that, well, 90% of the supply that you receive is from rainwater and 10% from underground sources. Now, we heard today from NAWASA that Grenada could be entering a period of the D word, drought. That word you don't take lightly, drought. So there was the head of transmission and distribution. We also had the acting general manager and so on. So there was a team at the press conference today who were explaining what was really happening. So we heard first from Mr. Terence Smith, who is the acting general manager of NAWASA, who broke the news that the dry season is severe and we might be entering into a period of drought.
It became clear to us over the last, let's say, 10 days to 2 weeks, monitoring daily the production of our treatment plants, the levels of our dams and intakes, the level of the Granitang Lake, which is a major source of augmentation for the Annandale water treatment plant, and also the very, very limited rainfall in this month of April, that we are, while the dry season has not been severe to the current time, we are entering a period in which we could have a drought. We could be entering drought conditions.
Okay, and he also outlined some of the areas that NAWASA, like where they're experiencing some difficulties.
South of Grenada, South St. George, tends to be the major challenge water supply shortfall area in Grenada. But Grenada is not only South St. George. We have supply shortfall, we have supply problems in the parishes of St. Andrew and St. David, as well as Southern St. George. We've had challenges in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. The difference with Carriacou and Petit Martinique, though, now in 2024 is that they each have a desalination plant. And while we've had some operation and maintenance, operational challenges of late with a couple of these plants, they're both working up to capacity now for the last several days, and they have basically they are the backbone of supply of drinking water supply in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. We rely still for mainland Grenada on our few groundwater wells or boreholes, which supply in the vicinity of 10% of our total daily demand, and mostly the 90% approximately of our supply surface water sources which rely on rainfall.
Thank you very much, sir. That's Mr. Terence Smith, who is the acting general manager of NAWASA. Now, Mr. Ernesto Bruno, who is the manager of transmission and distribution, he's saying that the dry season is severe and it is not letting up. So he's also now speaking of the current water levels or the levels at the dams and so on, and what it is usually, so that at least you can make a comparative analysis and understand the severity of what we're dealing with here.
The reality is that the dry season is severe and is not showing much signs of letting up. Presently, I must say, all our systems, our water supply systems, are compromised when it comes to the supply. There's a shortfall in everyone. Some are more severe than others. If I am just to name a few, if we look at, as Mr. Smith rightly say, the South is not the island, right? So if we just to look at a few, if I should name Clergy, a place as Clergy, we normally around now distribute about 40,000 gallons of water per day. Right now we are down to only 7,000, right? A place as Les Avocats, we normally have about 280,000 of gallons of water distributed daily. Right now we are down to 135, right? If I just list Annandale, from between 2 million, we are down to 1.5, right? And it does not stop there. If I'm just to list Mamacan, which is in the St. Andrews area, Mamacan, which is in the St. Andrews area, we are now from 330 distribution to about 200. Now, with all of that, what you find, your customers don't change. They are the same and even more. So as what do you do with such challenges? We must put something in place, because our aim at NAWASA is to equitably distribute the water we receive. So as to do that, what we have in place are valve regulations. That is
right, and so now that's the thing. So that is why you are sometimes getting water and sometimes you're not, because there's what they call valve regulations. So they'll give some areas within the community water today, and you wouldn't have, and then it will be reversed the next time around, so that, you know, they, as he says, equitably distributing the water as he continue to speak and elaborate on the valve regulations scenarios.
That is the first one we can do. I always say the valve regulation are not static. They are very liquid, because they will depend as to the output or how much you get, right? And if it keeps depleting, what it will mean is that what your first aim now cannot be realized, so we have to keep changing it. Now, presently, we started valve regulation in February. That was when we realized the dry season was coming and intensifying more and more. Now we are down to valve distribution in about 10 to 15 areas. So that valve regulation we started was of the Les Avocats system. That's the system in Menaka, which normally serves from Menaka right down to St. Paul's, Parade, and those areas. Presently, our valve regulation has gone to Mardi Gras. We have valve regulation in Bonaccord. We are preparing for valve regulation now in the PTA Tang area. We're preparing for valve regulation where we had some at the south, but now we have to go to the Montrouge and those areas. We're already doing that, and our valve regulation will continue, because as I said, it's the only way we can distribute our water equitably. Now, we are not just doing valve regulation. We are also taking what you might call as zero tolerance on leaks. We are putting all our resources, especially in the areas where we have these shortfall. So, yeah, especially in the areas where we have such shortfalls. So we are doing everything. Now, with the valve regulation, as I always say to some persons, it may not affect everyone at the same time. So what we are doing, so as to be able to mitigate the problems with the people on the higher points, when the valve regulation is on, especially within the St. Paul's and those areas, we also have the truck to go to the higher points, because we know where the water will reach to an extent and where it cannot reach. So, in other words, the designated days, we all have the truck in the area to supply them. We have our challenges with that, because, you know, some of the narrow roads and everything for these big trucks to traverse. But we are getting through so far.
Now, he's saying that we've been there before. We ride out our storm. We can do it again. So he is basically encouraging all to save water, to conserve water. At least have tanks so that you can store water when you have a supply. Because at the end of the day, when you don't have water, it affects you.
No, we can manage this. We have done this before and we'll do it again. But what we need a buy-in from the public. They too have to help themselves and help us. So more than ever now, we have to practice conservation methods. It's no longer bidding as we want or how long we want. We have to do it a little bit. It's no longer wasting the water in how we wash our cars and our yard. Maybe power washing should stop. Maybe this is a time when the use of a hose without a nozzle is supposed to stop, right? In those areas, you know, it's not business as usual. So we are doing everything from our standpoint. As I said, the regulation is only to distribute the water as equitable. You know, I always say that. It's almost a recurring decimal, even to me now, that our aim is not for people not to receive water. It does not pay, right? We are in the business of selling water. As much as we are service-oriented, similarly, you must be able to make something in order to pay, right? And we are not making anything now because the trucks are bringing the water through truckage. There's nothing for it. All we get for it is the water distributed. So please, public, just bear with us. We are doing everything to make sure you get water. No one without water for more than 5 days. We are working hard towards that.
No one without water for more than 5 days. So that tells you that there are people without water for 5 days. I can't do without water for 5 minutes. You know? So I can imagine, boy, get a tank, please. Get a tank. This is a reality that we experience every year. It might be worse this year than others. But please, at the end of the day, when there's no water in the tap, you are the one affected. So, it was the Spice Mass launch, media launch today, by the way. And you had the CEO, Mr. Noel, Cecil Noel, who were talking. There's a lot of things that were mentioned at that press conference today. In the interest of time, we're just going to pick out a few. First of all, some of the things that people want to know, we'll deal with now, and then probably tomorrow we'll go through the others, right? People wanted to know, where would Spice Mass be, like the big stage then, where the major events will be taking place, Soca Monarch, like, you know, things like that. Well, that was announced today by Cecil Noel.
This year, the big stage for most of our major events will be right here at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. And I'm saying this because with the work that is being done on the cricket stadium and all the concerns with regards to the protection of the field and the track, a lot of people were wondering what's going to happen. But at this stage, I think we do have the blessings that most of our major events will be at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Noel. The next thing that people want to know was about the routes for, you know, the pageant, or how did I call it, the Monday night stuff, and the Tuesday jam last lap, and the parade, and so on. They wanted to know what the route was going to be.
Let's look at some of the routes. So for Juve, the route will be, we will start at the Montpande intersection, and the bands will come along the Kirani James Boulevard to Port Highway and onto the Carenage. And you will hear me talking about onto the Carenage, and that is the expectation. I was in a similar forum and someone asked a question about the lights and the whole aspect of how the trucks will be able to go across. We have been able to sit, for example, with the Fancy Mars Band leaders, and we were able to come up with a plan. We also had discussion with the NOC, the National Organizing Committee, with respect to what can be done with the lights. And for those of you who may not be aware of where I'm going with this, The lights, because of the height of it, it will impede in terms of the trucks going over there. But I was reliably informed that changes will be made, if not permanent, at least temporary, to be able to facilitate that. So the plan is that we'll have for Juve as well as for all the other parades the ability to be able to go over on a carronage. And there's a lot of significance in doing this because we also have the people whose livelihood, such as the vendors, depending on the patronage from the people in the vicinity. So we are encouraging that and we're working towards achieving that. As I said before, in the case of the Old Mass for Juve morning, they will start at Burns Point and go across to the carronage. In the case of pageant, the pageant will start at the Belmont Panda intersection as well and will take primarily the same route, which is coming across the Kirani James Boulevard and onto the carronage. We are aware that there may be a few bands whose preference may be to circle the Tantine area. Should that be the case, what happens is that when the bands reach Burns Point, they would head across the top Tantine, over to the Old Trafford area, down by Reno, and maybe loop. And I say that's if it so become necessary. Monday night mass and the parade of the band on Tuesday. That route will be the longer route, starting at the Grand Anse Post Office and proceeding Belmont, Kirani James Boulevard, Port Highway, carronage as well. So that's the route we are looking at.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so that's it for that. We'll have more highlights for you from that SMC media launch. Family, I see that we've gone over time for a bit. We're taking a break, come back, and you know what happens when we come back. We also have the national weather, the weather for you as well. So stay tuned. We shall be back.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb service. We are Superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love. Like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
In recognition of our nation's independence, we're celebrating the journey to 50 with an exclusive car insurance offer. If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Excuse me, miss. What's that ding-ding noise?
Oh, That's customers collecting points from a frequent shopper program.
Okay.
Each time you shop with your frequent shopper card, you earn points, which can be redeemed for future discounts on purchases. Seems like you don't have one.
Nope.
You can sign up today and start collecting your points.
Anything, anywhere, at any time, and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Pick your daily reward from the Quartz Ready Cash Money Tree. Every customer is a winner with every loan of $3,000 or more from Quartz Ready Cash. Plus, you get to enter to win a weekend for two at Sandals. No deposit, no collateral needed. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash location today or apply online at www.quartz.com. Get more for 2024 with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
See this? This is water. Essential, irreplaceable. An average person uses 35 gallons of water daily, but sometimes we take it for granted. But what if, like during a hurricane, this faucet runs dry? That's why every household needs a water storage system. Imagine 3 days worth of water supply, always ready for emergency. And when you run low, nature's got your back. You can capture rainwater for use. And that's how you use nature's gift in a smart, sustainable way. So when service gets interrupted, you're not. Until our next flash of Nawasa wisdom, know your household needs and store a minimum of 3 days water supply. Stay water wise and see you next time.
This advertisement is in a series showcasing Nawasa's operations. Stay tuned for more in-depth insights into our services and initiatives.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Okay, so owing to the fact that we have exhausted all our time for today, we will post the national report on our website, on our Facebook page, and we will now enter into the weather. So, what we can tell is that the weather is expected to be generally fair, becoming partly cloudy overnight with the low chance of light isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 26 degrees Celsius, and of course winds east northeasterly to east southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. And if we take a look at the weather for tomorrow, what we can tell is that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with the low chance of light isolated showers. Max temperature 31.5 degrees Celsius and the minimum.
Hey, look.
What's there?
3.
Yes.
George.
Right. Max temperature 31.5 degrees Celsius, minimum 26. And winds easterly to east southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. That's the weather report for tonight and tomorrow. Heading over to YouTube to say hello to a few people. Currently, thank you very much. Currently on the program, we want to say hello to Suzanne, to Daria, to Marcus, to Catherine, to Celine, to Keith. Who else? Laverne. Then we have Jennifer, who's always here with us. Marcus is always here. Celine, well, is a usual suspect. And all the other people on YouTube, hello to you. And to those of you who are on Facebook, hello to Barbara, Diana, Bermuda, Java and the sharing committee, Bernadette, Michelle, Veronica, Tracy, Jean, and who else? Deslin, Adonna, Little England, Keith Sylvan, and Hazel, Yvonne, Doris. Hello to you. And everyone else, God bless you. And we're hoping to see you guys tomorrow, God's willing, same time, same place for another program. God bless you. Make sure you share the live. If you don't share the live, that's not nice. Share the business. And to all those who shared, we say thank you to you for so doing. We don't know who shares, so just say it. Guys, take care. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No! God bless you. God bless you. And God bless you. See you guys again. Take care.